What if death isn't the end, but the most powerful beginning? We spend our lives fearing what comes after our final breath. But what if, in those first seconds, we don't vanish into darkness, but wake up? This isn't fiction. This is the mystery most of us ignore. What really happens after we die? Today, we're peeling back the veil, not through belief, but through knowledge. 1. The first moments after death. The body stops. The breath ceases, but you are still aware. In the very moment the body releases its last breath, consciousness detaches. And for the first time, you feel free. There's no fear, no pain, just a lightness. Like you've shrugged off a heavy coat you didn't realize you were wearing. Your senses aren't dulled, they're expanded. Colors shimmer with a depth you've never seen. Sounds feel alive. You're not lost. You're just somewhere new. And then they arrive. 2. The welcome dash. You are not alone. The first to greet you aren't strangers. They're the souls you've loved and lost. They appear not as ghosts, but as vibrant beings of light, reflecting the best versions of themselves. A mother's embrace, a friend's laughter, a pet's familiar energy. They aren't just there to comfort you, they're there to remind you life continues, just in another form. And beside them, a second group appears, not from your memories, but from before memory began. Your guides, beings who've watched silently throughout your life, in your moments of courage, of failure, of doubt. Their mission? To help you remember who you really are. 3. Adapting to the astral plane. Not every soul awakens instantly. Some spirits adjust quickly, others slowly, depending on how tightly they were bound to physical existence. Healing centers similar to hospitals exist in the spiritual realms, not to treat broken bones, but to heal fractured spirits. As your awareness grows, something amazing happens. You realize you're no longer limited. You move with thought, communicate without words, feel emotions that resonate like music. You're not dreaming, you're awakening. The laws here aren't like Earth's. Gravity, time, matter, they bend to consciousness. You're in a world shaped by vibration. 4. The life review. Now comes the most sacred moment. No judgmental God, no fiery court, only you, reviewing the movie of your life, but from the perspective of everyone you affected. You don't just remember what you did, you feel it. You relive the kindness you gave and the harm you caused. Not as punishment, but as truth. It's not chronological either. It unfolds in lessons, in patterns. Your soul is watching its own evolution. The betrayals, the losses, the pain, even those moments gain clarity. You begin to see them not as random tragedies, but as carefully placed catalysts for your growth. Even enemies are revealed as allies in disguise, souls who loved you enough to help you evolve through pain. 5. Levels of spiritual existence. The spirit world isn't one place, it's many, layered by vibration. Lower realms near Earth hold those still attached to hatred, fear, addiction, not as punishment, but by natural law. Like water finds its level, so does consciousness. Most souls dwell in intermediate planes, resembling Earth, but without scarcity or violence. Here, souls live, learn, and serve. Think of them as cities of light, where energy replaces currency and purpose replaces routine. Higher planes, they can't even be described in language. They are realms of pure frequency, inhabited by souls who have transcended ego and dedicated lifetimes to love and service. These beings often become guides, mentoring others, including us. 6. Daily life of the dead. What do the dead actually do? They work, they create, they serve. There are libraries that hold universal knowledge, schools where souls study cosmic laws, healing centers for spiritual trauma, even art halls where creativity flows without the limits of the body. Doctors continue healing with light, not scalpels. Teachers become mentors of consciousness. Musicians compose symphonies of vibration. Even leisure exists. But it's a sacred, mindful celebration of being. This isn't heaven. It's evolution in motion. 7. Communicating with the living. The dead do try to reach us, but their voice is subtle because their world vibrates faster than ours. That's why they speak through dreams that feel more real than waking life, scents that appear without reason, sudden thoughts or urges that save you from danger, electronics flickering when no one's near. These aren't coincidences. These are contact points. And those who tune in, the sensitive, the grieving, the intuitive, often become the bridges between dimensions. 8. When souls get trapped, not all transitions are smooth. Some spirits remain stuck, lost between worlds. Why? Sudden deaths, addictions carried beyond the body, overwhelming guilt or fear, unresolved obsessions. These souls cling to what they knew, unable to accept they've passed. They wander familiar places unseen, but not forgotten. Special teams of advanced spirits work constantly to rescue them through love, not force. They appear as guides or loved ones, patiently waiting until the spirit chooses to awaken. 9. Planning the next life. Yes, we return. Reincarnation is not punishment, it's opportunity, and it's not random. Souls, with their guides, choose their next body, family, even hardships, all tailored to what they still need to learn. We choose illnesses to develop empathy. We choose enemies to learn forgiveness. We even choose poverty to master humility or resilience. The blueprint is detailed, and those difficult people in your life, you may have once agreed to meet again to finish what was started. 10. Timelessness and eternal presence. The spiritual world isn't bound by time. 1,000 years there can feel like a breath, and a moment of clarity can stretch into eternity. That's why when loved ones say they've just arrived, it doesn't mean their death was recent. It means time no longer holds them. They see your life unfolding all at once, like pages of a book opened simultaneously. That dream where your grandmother smiled, she wasn't visiting the past or future. She was visiting you. Now 11. The hidden realms between incarnations. Between death and rebirth, the soul often dwells in interdimensional sanctuaries at places that exist beyond our conceptual understanding. These are not Earth-like environments, but vibrational holding spaces where the spirit reflects, learns, and detaches from the egoic identity of its past life. Here, it undergoes a process of identity shedding, not forgetting, but transcending. Imagine leaving a role in a movie. You remove the costume, release the emotions, and return to who you truly are. But it's not passive. The soul works deeply. It begins to reshape itself in preparation for the next chapter. 12. How reincarnation. Timing is decided. You might wonder, why do some souls reincarnate quickly while others seem to wait centuries? The answer lies in readiness and resonance. Some souls need to reincarnate fast to complete unresolved karmic loops. Others stay in the higher planes for what we call decades, studying, teaching, healing. The decision is made in harmony with vibrational alignment, not desire. A soul cannot return until the earthly conditions match its lessons. This is why some are born in war, others in peace, some into wealth, others into poverty. Nothing is random. 13. Preparing Earth for conscious awakening. Believe it or not, advanced spirits aren't just waiting in the spirit realm. They're working right now to prepare Earth for collective awakening. These include whispering ideas into the minds of scientists, calming leaders during global tensions, inspiring activists, teachers, and healers, clearing energetic blockages from places of trauma, assisting childbirth transitions to help strong souls enter this world safely. They don't need credit. They seek evolution for humanity and for themselves. 14. Soul contracts and karma, the cosmic balance. Before we incarnate, we form soul contracts, sacred agreements with other spirits. These contracts may include a friend who betrays you to teach you strength, a sibling who supports you endlessly to help you feel worthy, a partner who leaves pushing you toward self-reliance, a child who dies early, opening your heart to a global mission. These contracts are not punishment, they're precision tools for evolution. And karma? It's not revenge, it's correction, an echo that ensures the soul learns what it once ignored. To 15, forgotten past lives and memory triggers. Why don't we remember our past lives? Because memory would interfere with free will, but the echoes remain. Deja vu, unexplained phobias, places that feel familiar, talents that come naturally. These are soul imprints, not hallucinations. Sometimes these fragments emerge in dreams. Other times, through music, art, or sudden encounters. It's your higher self gently knocking, reminding you, you've walked this path before. Death is not the end. It is a transition, a doorway, a continuation of a journey so vast, we've only seen fragments. Those you've lost are not gone. They are closer than ever, watching, guiding, sometimes even waiting to return. So live consciously. Listen deeply, because the veil is not thick, it's whisper thin. If this journey stirred something within you, don't let it fade. Share your story in the comments. Have you ever felt the presence of someone who passed? Experienced a dream that felt too real? You're not alone, and your voice might awaken someone else. Subscribe to this channel if you're ready to explore the deeper mysteries of existence, where ancient wisdom, spiritual truth, and hidden knowledge converge. Like this video, if it expanded your perspective. Share it with someone who needs comfort, clarity, or confirmation. And remember, the veil is thin. The next message you receive may not be from this world.